If you want to write character-driven fiction, but you are stuck for a character, then this video will help. My name is John Dudley. I'm an emerging author, and in this video I'm going to share with you some of the techniques I use with portraits, painted portraits, photographic portraits, hopefully to inspire you to write characters that will enliven your narratives and perhaps lead your storytelling down unconventional paths. But first, where to find the images? Let's start with a visit to my local art gallery. I live in Gothenburg in Sweden. Gothenburg's art museum is a place I come to sometimes for inspiration. I recently discovered this corridor of artists' self-portraits. I find them fascinating. Maybe your local town has an art gallery and something similar. Or if not, or as well, how about gallery catalogues like this from the Prado in Madrid? Just look at this cover image, a painting of a Spanish princess. Have you ever needed a princess for your fantasy? How would this girl grow up, do you imagine? Or maybe take her from her historical setting, put her into the modern world. Is she playing at being a Disney princess? Or what about exhibition catalogues? This one is from the Cindy Sherman retrospective, a fascinating series of staged self-portraits by the American artist. And here are Sally Mann's pictures of her children. These might be available to you in your local library, or perhaps you can find them online. And that, of course, takes us to the internet. Instagram, for instance, is a rich source of real people's photos. Yes, I know it's also a rich source of AI slop at the moment, but in amongst everything, there are photos by real people, of real people. This book, for instance, is a printed collection of portraits by Brandon Stanton that originally appeared on his Humans of New York Instagram account. I'll put a link in the description. Stanton stops people in the street, gets their permission to take their photos, and then interviews them. Right now in Gothenburg, we're in the middle of a film festival. Festival catalogues, film festival, photo festivals, can be great sources of portraits. A couple of years ago, I went through the festival catalogue for that year and pulled out a lot of images to make this collage. There are plenty of faces here to spark ideas for characters. And let's not forget your own, or other people's, street photography, which is about happenstance and patience. This is one of my own photos. I waited for someone to walk past this poster, and suddenly there's a dialogue between the two figures. Now that you've seen where to find these pictures, let's talk about how to use them to create characters. Let's start with the absolute basics. Description. In this exercise, you're going to look at a portrait you've chosen and simply describe the person you're looking at. If you like, do this against the clock. 1 minute, 5 minutes, whatever seems good. Just write what you can see. The shape of the face, the lips, the colour of the eyes, the hair, perhaps something about the expression. Now, reset the clock and take your description a step deeper. From the look on their face, from their clothes, or what you can see of the place where they are, write about their personality, their preoccupations. What are they thinking about just now? A further development from these descriptive exercises is to consider how you would use the description you have created in a novel or a short story. You're probably not going to want to put massive blocks of description into your story. So review what you've written. How can you encapsulate your description in as few words as possible? How much you choose to write will depend on the character's importance. A protagonist will call for more words, a minor character will call for less, but look for something unique about your character that will help you identify them in different scenes and differentiate them from the other characters. Sometimes you will have pictures that point you more strongly towards a story. this photo from Humans of New York, for instance, or one of these Cindy Sherman images. Sherman's pictures in particular are deliberately staged to tell a story. But what story? What is the story that you can draw from this image? This reminds us that artists, whether painters or photographers, are usually directing their models or are responding to things their sitters want to portray about themselves. So a further exercise is to look at a portrait and ask yourself, what does the artist want me to see here? What does the sitter want me to understand about them? Then go a step further and ask yourself, what are they directing me away from? What are they hiding? What is missing from this picture? Maybe you'll find a story in that. You can develop this idea further and ask yourself about the artist's model, the photographer's subject, in the moment of the creation of the image. What is their story? How did they come to be here? This picture, which I have on the shelf behind my desk, this is a photo of a painting, the portrait of a young woman from the 1920s. This is my grandmother. She earned some money as an artist's model for a period. On this occasion, the artist painted her as an exercise and gave her the painting. The original hangs on my sister's wall. I'd love to hear how you use images to inspire your writing. Do you have a favourite portrait that sparks your imagination? Let me know in the comments. Now, I am already thinking about making a couple more videos in this series about how to use photography and painting to inspire creative writing, to inspire story writing. If that sounds interesting, and if you have not already done so, then please do consider subscribing to the channel as well. Next time you're stuck for ideas, visit a gallery, flip through a catalogue, take a walk with your camera. You never know what or who you will find. Cheerio for now.